Good evening. Tonight, we travel back nearly 700 years to a quiet medieval village somewhere in Europe. There are no glowing screens, no buzzing phones, no traffic outside the window, only darkness, cold air, and the soft crackling of firewood. As the sun disappears beyond the fields, the village slowly becomes silent. A few dogs bark in the distance. Wooden doors creak shut. The smell of smoke drifts from tiny cottages made of mud, straw, and timber. And inside those homes, something strange is about to happen. The people of medieval Europe are preparing for their first sleep, because unlike us today, many medieval peasants did not sleep once per night. They slept twice. So dim the candles. Pull up your blankets and let us slowly wander through the quiet nights of the medieval world. The average medieval peasant lived a simple and difficult life. Most families worked in farming. Their days were long, physical, and exhausting. Before sunrise, peasants were already awake. They fed animals, collected water from wells, prepared rough bread made from barley or rye. And then they spent hours working in muddy fields beneath the cold wind or burning sun. There were no weekends, no vacations, and very little rest. By evening, their bodies were tired. But nighttime in the medieval world was very different from nighttime today. After sunset, darkness arrived quickly. Without electricity, candles were expensive, oil lamps were weak, and fireplaces provided only limited light. So most people simply went to bed early. In winter, this could mean sleeping as early as 7 p.m. Imagine that. The night stretched endlessly before them, and somehow their bodies adapted. Historians believe many people naturally divided their sleep into two separate parts. The first sleep began shortly after sunset. People climbed onto straw mattresses stuffed with hay or feathers. Some slept on rough wooden benches. Poorer families sometimes shared a single bed with several children. Blankets were heavy and itchy. Rooms were smoky from indoor fires, and cold wind slipped through cracks in the walls. Still, after a day of hard labor, sleep came quickly. The village became silent. Only the occasional horse snort or distant owl broke the darkness. For several hours, peasants remained deeply asleep. This was called the first sleep. But then, something unexpected happened. Around midnight, many people naturally woke up. Not because of alarms, not because of stress. They simply woke. Quietly, calmly, as though their bodies expected it. For about 1 or 2 hours, the medieval world slowly stirred back to life. Some people sat beside the fire. Others prayed. A few visited neighbors. Some couples talked softly in bed. And according to old medical texts, this midnight waking period was even considered the best time for conversation, relaxation, and romance. The world outside remained dark and peaceful. No bright lights disturbed the eyes. No endless notifications demanded attention. Only silence and stars. Medieval doctors actually believed this two-part sleep was healthy and natural. The period between sleeps had a name. It was sometimes called the watch. People used this quiet time for gentle activities. A mother might mend clothing by candlelight. A farmer could check the animals outside. Monks often used the time for prayer. In monasteries across Europe, bells rang during the night to wake monks for religious services. Picture a cold stone monastery in the year 1300. The halls are dark. Candles flicker weakly against gray walls. Sleepy monks slowly walk through silent corridors wearing heavy robes. Outside, snow falls softly onto frozen ground. Inside the chapel, low chanting echoes through the darkness. Then afterward, they return to bed for their second sleep. And ordinary villagers often did the same. After their quiet midnight activities, they drifted back into bed. This was the second sleep, and it lasted until dawn. Modern historians discovered references to first and second sleep in old court records, diaries, books, and medical writings. People mentioned these sleeps casually, as though everyone understood them. Because at the time, everyone did. It was completely normal. In fact, the idea of sleeping 8 uninterrupted hours may actually be quite modern. Some scientists today believe humans naturally evolved for segmented sleep. Experiments have shown that when people live without artificial light, their sleep patterns often begin dividing naturally into 2 parts again. Perhaps medieval peasants were not strange after all. Sleep researchers have noticed that humans placed in natural light conditions often return to divided sleep patterns. Without electric light, the body behaves differently. Perhaps modern sleep problems are partly caused by living against older biological rhythms. Or perhaps not. History rarely gives perfect answers, but it does offer fascinating glimpses into forgotten ways of living and sleeping. Tonight, while lying comfortably in your modern bed, you are connected to countless humans from the past. Farmers, monks, travelers, villagers, all resting beneath dark skies centuries ago. And maybe, if you wake quietly during the night someday, you might remember the medieval peasants. You might remember their candlelit cottages, their silent villages, their slow midnight hours beside fading fires. And instead of worrying, perhaps you will simply smile, because long ago, waking in the middle of the night was perfectly normal. The medieval world has now grown quiet once more. The candles burn low. Rain fades into the distance. And somewhere far away, a church bell softly rings through the darkness. Thank you for joining this sleepy journey into history. Rest well, and good night.